The speech of His Excellency Ramon Magsaysay for President of the Republic of the Philippines. My countrymen, you have called upon me to assume the highest office within our gift. I accept the trust humbly and gratefully. My sole determination is to be president for the people. The office of president is the highest in the land. It can be the humblest also if we regard it, as we must, in the light of basic democratic principles. The first of these principles is the declaration of the Constitution that sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. As I see it, your mandate in the past election was not a license for the selfish enjoyment of power by any man or group of men. On the contrary, it was an endorsement of the principle, at times forgotten, that the general welfare is the only justification for the exercise of governmental power and authority. Your mandate was a clear and urgent command to establish for a people a government based upon honesty and morality, a government sensitive to our needs, dedicated to your best interests, and inspired by our highest ideals of man's liberty. We have a glorious past, now we must build a future worthy of that past. It is significant that we begin on this day, and on this ground hallowed by the supreme sacrifice of Jose Rizal. All too often, however, we speak of Rizal and of Del Pilar, Bonifacio, Mabini, and their host of heroes, as if their work were done, as if today their spirit had ceased to have any meaning or value to our people. We need men of integrity and faith like Rizal and Del Pilar, men of action like Bonifacio, men of inflexible patriotism like Mabini. We need their zeal, their self-reliance, their capacity for work, their devotion to service, their ability to lose themselves in the common cause of building a nation. I will have such men. From this day, the members of my administration, beginning with myself, shall cease to belong to our parties, to our families, even to ourselves. We shall belong only to the people. In the administration of public affairs, all men entrusted with authority must adhere firmly to the ideas and principles of the Constitution. I will render and demand uncompromisingly loyalty to the basic tenet of our Constitution, that you, the people, are sovereign. The rule of government must be of service to you. Accordingly, I pledge my administration to your service. I pledge that we shall extend the protection of the law to everyone, fairly and impartially, to the rich and the poor, the learned and the unlettered, recognizing no party but the nation, no family but the great family of our race, no interest save the common welfare. The Bill of Rights shall be for me and the members of my administration a bill of duties. We shall be guardians of the freedom and dignity of the individual. More than this, we shall strive to give meaning and substance to the liberties guaranteed by our Constitution, by helping our citizens to attain the economic well-being so essentially to the enjoyment of civil and political rights. The separation of powers ordained by our Constitution as an effective safeguard against tyranny shall be preserved zealously. Mutual respect for the rights and prerogative of each of the three great departments of government must be observed. Heretofore, social justice has raised fervent but frustrated hopes in the hearts of our less fortunate citizens. We must not permit social justice to be an empty phrase in our Constitution. We must bring it to life for all. In consonance with this purpose, my administration shall take positive and energetic measures to improve the living conditions of our fellow citizens in the barrios and neglected rural areas and of laborers in our urban and industrial centers.